All right, y'all, we are back with a family favorite. Today, I am making my cheddar broccoli casserole, but in order to make it one meal and just to get in and out of the kitchen, I'm gonna add some chicken to it. It's gonna be cheesy and delicious, and it's gonna be pretty easy to make. So let's get into how to make it. So first we're gonna start with cleaning our chicken. Y'all know I keep a big jug of white vinegar around, so I'm gonna go ahead, head to the sink, rinse off the chicken. I'm gonna cut off all the fat and then I'll be back so we can dice it up into some small bite-sized pieces. And then I'm gonna rinse this with some cold water and then we'll be good to go. So I'm just cleaning off my chicken. I'm taking off all of the fatty pieces because I don't want that swimming around in my dish. So I'm just taking a very good sharp knife. These are like the best type of knives for cutting chicken. And I'm just cutting off the fat. It takes a little bit of extra work, but in the end, it just makes your dish come out better because you don't have those thick, chewy, fatty pieces in your food. So now that my chicken is nice and clean, I'm just gonna cut it into some nice strips and bite-sized pieces. We're gonna put it in the casserole, so we wanna make sure that we just have chicken loaded throughout the dish. I'm just gonna cut it on up. And I like cutting in the beginning instead of once the chicken is cooked because it's just one less headache, you know? This way I can just dump everything together and I won't have any issues. Now I'm gonna start prepping my rice. I have some jasmine rice. This is my favorite kind of rice, and I'm gonna make sure that I rinse it. I know some people don't rinse their rice, but I rinse my rice. So I'm just gonna do, we're gonna do about a cup and a half. Actually, let's just go two. I'd rather have a little extra rice than not enough. So we have 2 cups of rice. And for our rice measurements, make sure you do 1 part rice to 2 parts liquid. So since I have 2 cups of rice, I'm gonna use 4 cups of chicken broth, beef broth, water, however you do it, but you wanna do 1 part rice to 2 parts liquid. As y'all can see, look at the film, look at the color of this water. That is coming off of the rice. So I always rinse my rice about 2 to 3 times or just until the water runs clear because you don't want that in your food. So make sure you're rinsing your rice. So now y'all can see, you can actually see the rice. When we first started, you couldn't even see the rice, and now you can see the rice in the bowl. So you want to make sure you're rinsing it until the water runs clear. So I love to start off by browning my rice just a little bit. So I have some of my sun-dried tomato oil, and so since I have it on hand, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna pour a little bit into the pot. I'm gonna throw my rice and some seasonings in the pot, and I'm just gonna toast everything for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll pour in my liquid. So now we are going to pour in our rice. Should be nice and hot. The sizzle, that's what you want to hear. Not too high, you don't want to burn everything, but just enough to get it brown. And we'll probably add a little more seasonings once we add our liquid in, but this is just gonna make sure that we elevate that flavor. Something about toasting your rice and your seasonings, it just makes it taste so good. So now my rice is nice and toasted. I'm going to add in some chicken broth. So I'm gonna use 4 cups of chicken broth since I have 2 cups of rice. This is just gonna make sure that we are having some good flavor because y'all know it's all about flavor over here. There's probably 4 cups to the tea in here. All right. I am going to bring this up to a boil and turn it on low and let it simmer. And one thing about cooking rice, and it's already kind of boiling, so I'm going to turn that down. You're gonna add that foil on top and let it steam, and you're gonna leave it alone. The one thing about rice, it wants to go low and slow. Leave it alone. Don't mix it too much. You don't want it to get mushy. Just, it's a technique, but it's really easy. Once you brown it, once you put your liquid in, let it alone, y'all. That's what my family says. So just leave it alone and you'll be good to go. So now I got my pan nice and hot. I have some sun-dried tomato oil, and then I also have a little bit of butter. So I'm gonna add in my chicken and add in my seasonings, and we're just gonna go ahead and cook the chicken. It's time to season this bad boy on up. I do not like bland food. If you ever get the chance to experience my food, it's gonna have some flavor. It ain't gonna be salty, but I do use salt. I'm not scared of salt. I know some people are scared, but baby, I don't. Salt fears me, okay? If you use it right, you won't have any problems. A little bit of red pepper just for some heat. And then y'all know I'm coming through with my roasted garlic and my garlic and herb paste. So we're just gonna leave this alone and we're gonna let that chicken cook through. Now let's work on our broccoli and onion. So now we are gonna work on our veggies. I have some mushrooms, I have an onion, and I have a piece of broccoli. We want everything cut up into bite-sized pieces because when we get a spoonful of that cheddar broccoli casserole, we want a little bit of everything in every bite. So we're gonna chop up everything really nice and small so we can add it to our dish. Everything gets a vinegar bath around here, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I have to keep a big vinegar on site because I go through so much of it. But I'm gonna run this over some cold water, get the broccoli nice and clean, because on broccoli, it has all these little crevices and you just don't wanna be eating anything you don't have to. So just make sure you clean it really, really good. So our rice looks nice and fluffy. It's not sticking to the corners. And so I'm just gonna go in for a little taste test and see what we're working with. Ooh, that's hot. That is good. It's done. I'm not gonna cook it anymore. I'm gonna leave the lid off and I'm gonna let the rice cool down, but that's good so we can just set it aside. So the chicken is done, the rice is done. We are about to start cooking down our veggies, and this is just coming together so quick. I told y'all it's easy. It's just all the different moving parts, but we'll be done in no time. So now we are going to dice up an onion. I just need it for some flavor. Y'all know onions and peppers, we go together real bad. So I'm gonna chop up. Probably won't even need this much, but I just want to make sure I have enough. Or actually, this might be just the right amount. You don't want thick pieces of onion in your cheddar broccoli rice. I think that's good. And so now we are just gonna work on these mushrooms. You just wanna chop them up. When they start to cook, they'll get a little bit smaller, but the idea is to just have everything in bite-sized pieces. So just keep bite-size in mind and you'll be good. So that same pan that we cooked our chicken, we're gonna keep all of that and we're gonna add in our onions and our mushrooms and we're just gonna start to saute everything down. To deglaze the bottom of the pan, I am gonna add in just a little bit of chicken broth just to make sure we're not burning anything at the bottom of the pan. We do want all the flavors and I do want to sweat down my veggies. So I want to make sure I deglaze with something. So we're going to use some chicken broth. So now that these onions have been sweating down and the pan is deglazed, I'm going to go ahead and add in my mushrooms and broccoli so everything can start to cook down. Look at that. Once you deglaze, it brought up all of those bits. So we're still keeping the flavor and we're not burning anything. Then we're gonna add in our broccoli. So now we are gonna season up our mixture. I have my Kinder's caramelized onion butter, some Tony's, I have my basil all year round, my all-purpose seasoning, and some Cavender. So we're just gonna season this up so we can get started on the flavor. And to help the broccoli sweat down, I'm gonna add in a little more chicken broth, and then I'm gonna cover this up and I'm just gonna let everything sweat down. So we're just gonna add just a nice amount to go around. You don't want it to be too wet because we're building a casserole, but you do want enough for the broccoli to absorb and sweat down. Now it's time for the cheese. I have medium cheddar, Colby Jack, and some mozzarella. We are gonna shred this up so we can make sure that this dish is nice and cheesy. Shred some cheese. It's always best to shred your own cheese. Y'all know, I know y'all hear it all the time when y'all are scrolling social media and looking at these cheesy recipes, but I'm telling you, shredding your cheese, it's propaganda that I'm falling for. So now we can start putting together our casserole. I'm gonna add my cooked rice to my baking dish. I'm gonna go and add my veggies, add my chicken, and then I'm gonna work on my sauce. So it's coming together, you guys. Just hang in there. Now we're gonna add in our veggies, and then we're gonna mix everything together. Now I'm gonna add in my chicken. Ooh, this chicken came out so good. Let me do a little taste test. It's perfect. I'm gonna take a little bit of the cheese and I'm just gonna sprinkle it. I'm still gonna make my cream sauce or the sauce that goes with it. And I'm still gonna add that to it. But this is just gonna help with some of the tackiness. I was making this much. I always overmake. Perfect. Now we're gonna work on our sauce. I have some heavy whipping cream. I have Campbell's cream of mushroom, and then of course my Philadelphia garlic and herb whipped cream cheese. This is gonna make the sauce so good. So now we are just simmering this on low. We want to make sure that the cream of mushroom and the heavy whipping cream just come together, and it's going to create a real nice silky smooth texture. I'm going to add in my Philadelphia garlic and herb cream cheese. I'm going to get that. I have about a third of a container here. I'm just going to add in 2 really big spoonfuls, and then we can start to add in our cheese. I have my medium cheddar, my Colby Jack, and my mozzarella here, and I'm just gonna start to add it to the mixture. And this is broccoli cheddar casserole, so make sure you have that cheddar cheese in there. So what I really like about this dish is that everything kind of comes together in one pot, other than your baking dish. And I mean, I could put this in the oven as well. So you can use one pot, but at max, you have your pot for your rice, but you know, your meat, your veggies, your sauce mixture can all be combined in one pot. So you're just building on the flavor and you're not dirtying up too many dishes because we ain't got time for that. Now we are going to pour our sauce mixture over the casserole. I did remove some of it because I want to be able to mix it without spilling anything over. So I'm going to pour some of the sauce, add more to it, and we're just going to pack it all in there. So now that we have our casserole assembled, I'm going to throw some cheese on top because you can never have enough cheese. And we're going to cover it and we're going to put it in the oven so it can get nice and toasty. Y'all, I am so excited for this. I love cheddar broccoli casserole and I just know this is going to be so good. Time for the taste test. I am so, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm so excited for this. I don't know if y'all can tell my enjoyment, but like I'm so happy right now. I feel like a little kid. Oh my gosh, y'all can't see it, but it is steaming. It's hot, but it's so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I did that, y'all. This is delicious. Y'all have to add this to the rotation. I promise you, your family, your boo, you, you're gonna love it. See y'all next time.